my hood. And these are not, I'm not in jail. It's just part of the house, okay? Do a different type of live stream today because I wasn't feeling like going anywhere, okay? I'm allowed to be that guy. I just felt like hanging in my own hood, and I thought, well, it's not too often that I actually shoot live streams from the balcony of my apartment. So when we start getting people coming in, people start getting curious, and we could show more. Like if you're not a regular and you haven't seen my apartment video, my long content video about the apartment, then we can just do it here. So it would be really cool and fun, and girlfriend on the live stream again. But yeah, welcome to the neighborhood. Not that it's not comfortable, but if we're gonna be in it for the long run, like an hour and a half to 2 hours on a live stream, we got to get comfortable. So homegirl got her comfy chair from in there, got my comfy little pillow for my back. Because I actually, like I said, I didn't go out today. First per usual, yeah. I was thrown off by a day. I had to edit my other video out yesterday. Usually I do it on Saturday, then get my house cleaned up on Sunday, and then I go out on Monday. I know, domestic bullshit, but it is what it is, man. You still gotta live out here. I mean, it's not like I can pay for a maid. I'm the maid. So I was like, no, I'm gonna stay in today on Monday, and I'm going to clean my apartment. Got my laundry done yesterday, so that was all taken care of. And I said, I'm just gonna clean my apartment today. I'm gonna rest, and I'm gonna shoot the live stream from the balcony of my place. So here we are. I know my hair be looking all a little crazy, but oh well, it is what it is. I'm in and out. Uh-oh. Okay. Hey, Lily, tell me, is everything cool? Are we doing better? I switched off my Wi-Fi at the house here because now we're on my own. I'm burning my own 5G off the phone, off the network. So hopefully this holds out. Keep talking. Okay, I'm talking. So yeah, give me a thumbs up if things are holding out before we get into anything else. Hey, you caught me. Hey, welcome. Welcome to Wally World. It's Wally. It's Wally. Wally's in the house. Wally's in that. I hope you don't mind me calling you Wally. It just sounds so fun. Yeah, sounds better? Okay, cool. Okay, the Flyers Furl, that's a hell of a handle, says Zdravo Kako Ayakakisi. I don't know. I probably killed whatever you just wrote. I don't know. You guys are crazy. Somebody wants to know what's the biggest bug I've ever stepped on? I don't like stepping on bugs, number one. But if I'd have to say that, the biggest bug would probably be one of those palmetto bugs, because I'm originally from Orlando, Florida, so we have those big giant palmetto bugs. They're like flying cockroaches kind of thing. I don't think I purposely wanted to step on one, but that would be the biggest, and it's so nasty. Ew, that's a hell of a question, guys. Hell of a question. But now we're getting some people in. Do I speak any other languages? I know a little bit of stuff, since I'm from Florida, I'm an expat from Florida, in case you guys knew. I'm living in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. I grew up around people that speak Espanol, right? Spanish. I'm not personally Spanish in any way, shape, or form, but living in Central Florida, we have a lot of Latin influence. You know what I mean? We got people coming in from Mexico, Puerto Rico, Cuba, they're all integrated into Florida. So naturally, and of course going through high school, They gave you 3 choices of languages to actually learn. You had to take a language class. It was either Spanish, German, or French. So I was like, you know what? Probably the best deal is going to be Spanish for me because everybody around me speaks Spanish more than they speak German or French. So yeah, I know a little bit of Spanish, but if you don't practice it every day, you're not going to remember it. But yeah, that would be it. Other than bits and pieces of some Khmer language, which is the Cambodian language, that would be it. So yeah. Anywho, let's show you where we're at. Like I said, welcome to my hood. You can see behind me, this is my neighbors across the street. These are what the house or the apartments look like. I'm in one of those apartments right now. I'm on the 2nd floor and I'm on my balcony. Yeah, I was too lazy to go out. So here we are. And I'm just gonna, when I check out your messages, I'm gonna flip the camera and I'm gonna show you part of the neighborhood and you can see the mango tree. Not that there's any mangoes on it yet. I think my mango tree is a slow bloomer. Hey, we have our problems around here, okay? But yeah, here's what it looks like from this angle. This is my porch, as you can see. It's like a 180 wraparound. I'm here. But yeah, this is what the outside of my porch looks like. It's very well painted and decorated. And this is like the roof. There's a 3rd floor up there. And these are the windows, like tinted windows. Hello. But yeah, I leave them open and they got the bars on them. There's no screens. And then there's like a little bench seat right here. So yeah. And if you look around me, here's the neighbor across the street. I love their house. The way they got it decorated is really cool. Hey, Karen Cruz says hi. Whoops, I dropped my pillow. All right, guys, let me jump back into your comments. I see people are coming in. I don't wanna miss anything. What time is it in Florida now? I don't know. I'm not in Florida. I'm in Cambodia. So I'm gonna say, oh, here's one of my favorite birds. Look, he's gonna tweet. I don't know, if it's 2:30, 2:45 in the afternoon in Cambodia, then Eastern time is probably 2:45 a.m. in Florida. And these guys hanging out. They're chilling. And you're gonna hear the sounds of the neighborhood. You're gonna hear vendors and everybody coming in. Yeah, I'm trying to learn some of the Cambodian language. We're working on it. Yep, there are a lot of Cubans and Colombians in Florida. Shepherds, that's cute. You know a lot of Spanish taco enchilada with extra sour cream. Yeah, no kidding, right? Okay, yeah. KC says it's 2:40 a.m. in Florida. All right. Fortnite wants to know, who am I? I'm an expat from Orlando, Florida. Welcome into Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Okay, Mick's on the line from the UK. Yeah, drop a message where you guys are all tuning in from. Good morning from Essex, England. Good morning. Okay, Love Louise, 142 in Missouri. All right. Drip Dog 3312 says it's 11:42 p.m. for me in California. Yeah, you're on the West Coast. Where are we at? You're actually in a neighborhood where I live. You're at my apartment. Welcome to my apartment. I'm on the outside on the balcony and we're just shooting it live from here. Ray is from CM Reap. Hey, Ray. Good morning from Alaska. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning from Alaska. Mr. Knutson, Missouri. Hello from Russia. Whoa. Hey, from Canada. Hey, Canada. Now in South Carolina. Okay, looks like we're caught up now. So yeah, like I said, welcome to the balcony of my apartment in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. I usually go out and I'll shoot, at a cafe, or I'll take you out on the main road and show you like a restaurant, or maybe like, I think was it a couple videos back? We were actually on the side of the road at a coffee shop stand. So I've done some stuff. But today was like, you know what? Let's just stay home. Let's get things done around the hacienda, and let's actually show the people what a real Khmer neighborhood looks like. Like I'm 30 minutes. I'm a 30-minute ride due west of the riverfront of Phnom Penh, Cambodia. So if you take a look at a map and you just go exactly straight out, okay? Like it's sort of, you know how a city's got the roads that wrap around it, the highways. I'm like outside of the circles of the city, way out, where the old airport is. I call it the old airport because they have a newer airport now that was built south. It's built south of me. So the old airport that they still kept is only a 15-minute ride from me. And it's really just used for government purposes and military and stuff like that. So I'm safe, right? But yeah, so 30 minutes out, this is a traditional Cambodian neighborhood. Like, I'm not in a high-rise building, apartment. Like most expats, they go closer into town and they rent the apartments, like 38 floor kind of condos. No, this here is just a 3-level building. It was built originally by the French, but my Cambodian landlady bought it and she remodeled it. So it is actually an old style French building, but she's totally repainted it, retiled it. I mean, I love this place. This is my home. I've been here a year and I absolutely love this place. And I'm only paying $330 a month to rent this place. That's what makes it even sweeter. So, yeah, just to let you know that you don't have to, if you come to Phnom Penh and you want to live here, yeah, you can get down by the river and you can get by the Russian market, but you're going to be in a more congested kind of place, you know what I mean? Whereas if you want to actually get away from all of the congestion, you want a little more room to breathe, you want a more traditional style of living and actually feel like you are part of the culture, then you got to get out of the city. But you're still close, So yeah, I like it. Like this is my thing. And another good thing about this place is that at 11 p.m., it doesn't matter if it's a Friday, Saturday night, or it's a Tuesday, Wednesday night, everybody goes to sleep at 11 p.m. Kids are in bed, the adults are all in bed, everybody's crashed out by 11 p.m. and it's quiet. Like right now, you're gonna hear some noises, you're gonna hear trucks and tuk-tuks and vendors coming through, but it's actually pretty quiet now because this is mid-afternoon. A lot of people, this is Monday afternoon. So a lot of people are either at work or their kids are at school. So that's why you don't hear much activity. This is a good time to film. But if you stay on with me for, longer, we get closer to, let's say, 3:15, 3:30, you're going to start hearing the children come home from school and it's going to start getting louder and louder and louder. The pitch gets higher because more people are coming home. But that's just part of the charm of the neighborhood. Okay, let me get back to your comments. You wish you were in Missouri. I don't know. I've never been to Missouri. Yeah, Ronaldo, everything is cheap. Yeah, it is pretty cheap, compared to America. Yeah, right, Lily? Nothing wrong with staying home. It's called relaxing. Whoa, 35 degrees below zero? I don't think I'd want to be there. Yeah, Cambodians are peaceful people. Most Asians are, very much. Oh no. Yeah, it's like 85 degrees out here, guys. 85 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see, all the plants, nice and green, tropical. I'll turn around so you can get a look at this house. Isn't that cool? See, that's the garage. And, you know, they have the first floor living area. Then that would be their second floor, probably their bedroom and everything. And that's just like third floor to hang your laundry or just hang out. I love it. I love how they painted that. Oh, okay. Murrah's in the house. Oh, I know exactly where you're at, Muraheba. Yeah, welcome into the live stream. I definitely like Cambodians in the live stream. Put your 2 cents in. Yeah, the weather is really good, Bay. There is a breeze. Can you see the breeze blowing through the mango trees? Well, it's a light breeze. There's a light breeze blowing through the mango trees. It's very nice, though. Very nice. Okay, here's a good question from Slippery Rock asking, what is the approximate monthly cost in Cambodia to live a modest middle-class life? Ooh, very good question. Very, very good. Well, again, here's how I start and answer those questions. It depends on you and your lifestyle, okay? I would say, okay, I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing, all right? And it depends on how many people are in your family. Like if it's just you, unless you have a family, it's you and your partner, or it's you, your partner, and your children, right? So I would say just for a single person, you can live a very comfortable middle class lifestyle for about $1,000 a month or less. I personally live off of $800 a month, okay? And actually, I am able to save money each month. So really, I can get all my budgeting down to $650 a month. Somebody's working on something. Sorry, you're gonna hear the noises, okay? They do a lot of little construction and tinkering out here too. Can't help that. The guy's busy at work. But yeah, I mean, if you have a pension or you have a social security check and you got at least $800 or more, you can live a very comfortable life. Like I said, my pension's only $800 a month, and I've got this apartment for $330 a month. And I can get by really cheap on food. I only spend $25 on 2 giant bags of groceries every week, okay? $25 a week on groceries. I could go even cheaper if I want. I actually go to a Western type grocery store because I just like to buy the meat wrapped in the, in the cooler, it's wrapped in the package. Whereas like if you go off the road, dude, I'm trying to talk. If you go to the roadside markets, they have raw meat just hanging on hooks right out on the carts, and you can buy them right off the cart. But they're not wrapped up, and they've been hanging out there all day, so I don't really trust that. I know I can get the meat cheaper off the road, but with, the dust being kicked up and all the diesel from the motorbikes and trucks spraying on the meat, I don't want to do it, so. But yeah, in transportation, I mean, if you want to do a motorbike, you can rent a cheap motorbike out here. You can buy one. I love it. It was quiet out here. I personally just take a tuk-tuk. I have like a Grab app, sort of like an Uber app, and they only charge me, depending, like if I can go 30 minutes all the way down to Riverfront and only spend $3, I'm doing pretty good. Just going to my grocery store and back, which is like I don't know, a mile up the road, they charge me like 85 cents. So yeah, transportation is really cheap. Or you can just walk. If you're actually in the center of town, you can save on transportation just by walking to markets and everything. So it really depends on you, but you can do it on a shoestring budget. You can do it cheap because I'm doing it. And if I'm living in a big city and I'm living comfortably and able to save money on $800 a month, I think you can do it too, you know. But again, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I'm not wasting money on like booze and alcohol. So again, it's on your lifestyle and your budget. So I hope that answered that question. I think he stopped pounding. No, he's gonna keep going. Okay, let's go grab another question. That was good. Yeah, Craig says to buy the meat early in the morning. Okay, yeah, I'm never up that early. So by the time I get out of the house, it's been out there a while and it's like I want to do it. Slippery Rock, how does it work with your visa? Do you have to leave the country and come back? Murrah, I'll get to your question in a minute. No. No. Once you get your visa, like I'm on a retirement visa because I'm 55. So you have to be at least 55 or older to get a retirement visa, okay? Once you get it, and you need to extend it, and you can extend it either 6 months or 1 year. And you can do either a single entry or multiple entry. I recommend it's called multi-entry. So I recommend that you do that. And you don't have to leave. You don't have to leave the country and do a border run. That's the beauty of this. And another thing is, I haven't been asked for proof of income either, even though it'll tell you, like AI will say, like if you look up on AI and say, what do I need in order to renew my visa in Cambodia? You know what it's going to tell you? It's going to tell you that you have to show proof of income, either your pension, your Social Security, or whatever, right? But I swear, I've renewed my visa 3 times already, and my visa lady has never asked me for the proof of my pension. I've even asked her. I'm like, what do you need from me again to renew this? And she goes, I just need your passport, copy of the other visa that you already have, and I need the cash, the money. I was like, are you sure you don't need any proof of my income, my pension? And she's like, no, I don't need that. So even though, they say one thing online, they do another thing out here. But yeah, you don't need to do a border run. Okay, Murrah Hebi, you're asking, do I feel safe here? Yes, I feel completely safe. Completely safe. Look at this neighborhood. Look how quiet it is. No, but everybody's gone. This is my neighborhood. I love it. You hear the birds? Birds are flying around. I have a lot of birds out here. Pigeons, cats, dogs, everything. Custom, we are in Cambodia. That's the country we're in right now. Oh, okay, thank you, God's watching. Thanks for the compliment, appreciate you. Fang wants to know, do they have a 911 number in case of emergency? Yes, I do believe they do. Instead of 911, I think it's 119. Whoever's Cambodian in this live chat, drop that in the comments. I believe it's actually 119, but yeah, they do have an emergency thing out there. Just trying to get comfortable here. I keep dropping my pillow. Oh no. Got my little homie pillow here. Homegirl got a pillow. All right, back to the view. Okay, this is an interesting question from Hook and Heritage. Are you able to arm yourself for protection? I don't know if I'm able to, but I don't feel that I need to. I've been here I've been here a year. Like I came here January of 2025. So I have a 1 year anniversary right now. And not once have I felt like my life was in danger or I needed to carry a weapon or I felt like, somebody was going to try to rob me or anything like that. Maybe it has something to do with this is more of a Buddhist type country. And, if you're familiar with Buddhism, um, it's a peaceful country, a peaceful culture. And I don't even see any road rage. So to answer your question, yeah, I don't know if you're allowed to carry a weapon, but I don't see where there's a need to carry a weapon. And I sure as hell don't see like Cambodians running around with unless they're using a knife to chop a coconut, but they're not just carrying like knives off the side of their pants or, whatever. I don't see anything like that. Arctic Doc says it's way better than here in Minnesota. Paradise. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Oh, okay. Elizabeth Murphy has a good question. Am I concerned at all about the armed disputes with Thailand? No, Elizabeth. I've had a lot of people ask me that question, and no. And the reason being, there's nothing happening here in Phnom Penh. This is a very safe city, and we're also 250 miles away from the closest Thailand border. Um, like I said, I've been out here a year during the dispute being on, during the dispute being off, then back on, and then back off again. I've even talked to my landlady about it when it first broke out and I heard about it. And she's like, this happens all the time. She goes, we're so used to it. Like, Thailand's always trying to start something, and then they back off, and then they start something, and they back off, and they want this, they want that. But she says, it's not that we hate the Thailand people, we just don't like their government. And, there are Thai people that live in Cambodia that actually live here in Phnom Penh, and they have restaurants. Like, there's Thai restaurants all over this city. There's very good Thai food, by the way. Mwah, just saying. Um, and I've never seen any Cambodians getting in fights with Thai people and vice versa. Unless it's some kind of gang related stuff that I don't personally see during the day. But anywhere I've been in this city and any mall, cafe, restaurant, riverfront, anything, everybody gets along with everybody. It's a very peaceful country. Okay, so Bobby wants to know, what are the jobs like over there? Okay, Bobby. Well, naturally, if you're a foreigner, the one thing that you're going to go for is an English speaking job, okay? If you know English, you're from a Western country, you can definitely land an English teaching gig. You can either work for a company, like a public, private, or international school. If you've got like a PhD, you can become a professor out here. They're always looking for teachers. Even if you have no teaching experience whatsoever, like when I came out here, I had no teaching experience whatsoever. The only thing I had was my bachelor's degree from the United States, and I did some volunteer online teaching just to get practice. So I had a little bit of that, but nothing in classroom kind of thing. And then I had a teaching certificate. If you ever heard of a TEFL, it's called Teaching English as a Foreign Language. I have a 120-hour certificate. So I came in and got a job like that. I mean, they hire people with no experience, but you're going to start on the ground floor. You're going to be teaching kindergarten kids. And then the more time you put in and, you get used to the teaching routine, then you can work your way into better teaching payroll. Um, but yeah, I mean, as far as I don't really see like Americans taking Cambodian jobs, like working in retail, working in the restaurants. I don't see Americans or any kind of Westerners doing that unless they own the place. Now, you can buy a business out here, believe it or not. You do not have to marry a Cambodian in order to own a business out here. So you could come out here, get yourself a business visa, open up. It doesn't have to be a giant restaurant. You could just open up a little coffee shop on the corner or, serve some sandwiches or something, and that's your business. But as far as other jobs and taking them away from Cambodians, yeah, I don't, teaching's the biggest thing out here. At least, that's as far as I know that I can tell you. I hope that helps. Okay, back to your comments. No, I'm not a teacher. I'm not. I came in and I taught for like 1 week. I got a job working, and then I found out it wasn't for me. Okay, custom tailor. I see what you're saying. You're tired and live in Seattle, and the inflation is killing you. You've been thinking about leaving the U.S. Um, and that's a personal decision. I mean, I'm sorry I'm jumping around with my phone, but leaving the US was a decision for me because I got bought out. I got priced out. And this was 3 years ago. So I can imagine how much everything's gone up in the past 3 years since I left Florida. See, I'm originally from Orlando, Florida. And I could just imagine the cost of living out there now. In fact, actually, I don't even have to imagine it because I still have two grown kids that live in Orlando or the area of Orlando. And, they're just barely getting by. And they tell me every day how expensive things are out there. So, yeah, I mean, all the best advice I can give you, if you really want to pull the trigger and you want to leave the United States, but you don't know if Cambodia is it, or it could be Mexico, or it could be, I don't know, Albania, the best thing to do is do an exploratory mission vacation. Get your boots on the ground, you know, come out here. I recommend more than 2 weeks. I mean, I know it's hard. People that are working, it's hard to get away, number one, from your job for more than 2 weeks. If you can do it, that's your best bet, at least a month. Go to a place that you're really, really interested in, okay? Get out here for at least 30 days. Say it's here, Cambodia, right? Get out here for 30 days and just live like a local as much as you can. Like, get yourself an Airbnb or rent out a cheap hotel or a hostel for a month and just start hitting the streets, man. Like, learn how to use the transportation, the grab apps, the tuk-tuks, or walking around, or maybe you can do a motorbike, right? Find out where the ATMs are, find out how to do your banking, find out where the best priced food is for you. Maybe you want the Western grocery store, which you can still shop local in a Western grocery store. I do it all the time, and I can keep my groceries down to $25 a week. Or you can buy Western food. It's all up to you and your lifestyle. But that's what you got to do, is you got to get to the place you want to go first. Pretend that you're already living there. Find out things. Take it back with you to your home country. And then put the pieces together and think, you know what? yeah, I really dug Cambodia. I think I want to retire there. Then you got to create an action plan, okay? Because me just coming out here was not a spur of the moment deal. Like I didn't just pack my bags and say, okay, that's it. I'm done with the USA. I'm moving to Cambodia. I didn't do that. In fact, Cambodia wasn't even on my radar when I first put my action plan together. And my action plan was 10 years in the making. And why 10 years? Because at the time, being a single mom and having to raise two kids, well, my daughter was, she finally flew the nest, and then it was just me and my son. So I had to wait for my son to grow up. And, in that time period, I was putting things together. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I needed the money. I knew I needed to pay off my debt. And then I had to figure out, well, how am I going to put together the cash once I'm living in another country? So all these things are like running through my head. And that's what gave me the time to put together an action plan and then pull the trigger. When the day came, when my son was 19, I mean, my kids already knew this is what mom was going to do. Like, they were all on board with it. They were fine. Yeah, the day came and I pulled the trigger and I just quit my job. Like, I just sent an email. I just sent an email to my boss with a attached resignation letter, like on a Monday morning. And then that Friday, that week, I was on an airplane to Cambodia. So it went that fast, but I had all my ducks in a row and I was ready to go, man. Like my lease was up for my apartment. I already sold all my stuff. My bags were packed. So it was just really, it was a bag. It was a backpack. I was so minimalized. I got rid of all my stuff, got down to just what I needed to put in a backpack, and I moved. Because I figured, when you get to a new country, you can buy whatever you need. You don't really have to bring like things with you unless they're personal items that you really want to hang on to, like pictures or something like that. But everything you need is here. I mean, there are modern places to shop. You can buy pots and pans and dishes and don't worry about that stuff. You can always get more, well, usually can get more clothes. If you're a tall and big person, then it's going to be a little difficult. You can get shirts all day long out here, right? But pants are another thing, because the average person out here is not built like the average American or Westerner. So my recommendation is bring as much of your regular clothes with you, okay? But there are tailors out here. So I have had some of my stuff tailor-made when I got out here. And then there is one, H&M is out here. Like I went to an H&M in one of their malls out here and was able to find me a couple of pairs of slacks that fit. So if you really look around, you'll find them, but like the markets don't really cater to big and tall people. But again, you do have the option to go to a tailor and get your clothes made. It is more expensive. It is pricey to get your clothes made out here. Unless you know somebody to go to, but if you're just walking up to any tailor, like they're gonna charge you top dollar. But like if you buy the fabric and you know somebody who's a seamstress, you can get it really cheap. But I didn't know anybody, so I was like, I need clothes. So I just said, this is an investment in myself. I'm gonna go splurge. I'll go get me a couple of tops and a couple of pairs of pants, tailor made. And I'll just hang on to it forever, until the clothes fall apart. So, yeah. Back to the view. Yeah, Sebastian, if you're 5'7", definitely you can do it. No problem. Thank you for the comment, Eric. Oh, somebody's tuning in from Italy, I see. That's pretty awesome. Aiden wants to know where I'm at. I'm actually in my apartment. I'm on my apartment's balcony. As you can see, this is my neighborhood, and we're in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. So that's where we're at. And you're just looking at the neighborhood right now. This is my personal mango tree. I don't know about the taxes, Bobby. I have no idea if, the Cambodians pay taxes. I think if you own a business like an actual brick and mortar, you're going to have to pay taxes. Okay, Raspberry Hedgehog, you have a great week too. Sebastian wants to know, why did I choose Cambodia? Well, long story short, the teaching job for somebody age 55 or older, it's easier to get a teaching job and a work permit in Cambodia in that age range than it is to go to Thailand and Vietnam. They won't, their work permits stop at age 55. So that's what brought me here initially. Muraheba, I appreciate you saying that. You're happy I chose to live in Cambodia? And you saying many people from the West didn't know we existed. Thank you for not overlooking us. I mean it. Aw. You're welcome. I'm going to be honest with you. Is it Murahebi? I'm going to be honest with you. Most Westerners don't have Cambodia on their radar to live. Let's face it. It's a gritty city, right? I mean, you guys have rough infrastructure. It's not the prettiest of buildings. And I mean, downtown is lovely. Don't get me wrong. Your riverfront's really, really slick. I love your riverfront. But I mean, like, the everyday place out here is not super modern or beautiful. You know what I mean? Like Bangkok or Kuala Lumpur. I've been to those places and they're up there, right? You guys are like 30 years behind Bangkok, I would say. But that's the charm of your city. That is the charm that actually has me staying, because honestly, when I got out here and I was thinking, okay, I'm going to go into this teaching gig to earn a little extra cash. But this is before I knew that my pension could cover all my expenses, because I was thinking I would need a little extra bread. So I went into the teaching gig, didn't work out. And then I thought, well, and I was already on a 6-month visa. I was in the middle of my 6-month visa. And I says, well, I'll stick it out for 3 more months and then I'll probably leave, because I don't really see a reason to stay here anymore. But the longer I stayed here, the more I started liking your city, okay? Like, it's got a certain kind of charm, and the people are just beautiful and wonderful. I mean, your kind words are an example of that. So I'm just saying, like, it's got its charm, okay? It's got its charm. Just looking at this neighborhood, it's got charm. It's got the French style, mixes the Asian style. You got the crooked, busted up neighborhood streets, but that's part of the charm. You see what I'm saying? Just looking at this neighborhood, this is what it's all about. It's got this charm. And then look at this building here. I mean, it's not the prettiest. You see all the black gook, but that's just from the rain. During the rainy season, these buildings get covered in rain, and the rest of the time it's dry as a bell, like right now. All you see are the clouds in the sky. But yeah, I appreciate your kind words, Murahebi. I really do. Okay, so somebody's from Pendleton, Oregon, Blue Mountains. Yeah, see, Sebastian, yeah, we don't really talk about Cambodia. Nobody does. And it's never on like a travel brochure or anything like that. You'll never hear about it. And that's really, I hope it stays that way, because this really is a hidden gem for expats. Now, can you live cheaper than Phnom Penh? Of course you can. You're in a city, you're getting conveniences of service and goods and everything. You could live cheaper in Siem Reap. You can live cheaper in Baton Bang, or if I'm even saying these words right, or, you know, along the coast, see Sihanoukville and all that. Well, it might be a little more expensive because you are by the coast. Oh, look at this bird. What? What is happening? Aw. But yeah, I mean, but compared to America, it's definitely cheaper. Ah, there he goes. There he goes. He's off to the races. From Ohio, Chip. Hey, Ohio, welcome in. Welcome to Cambodia. Oregon coast, okay. It's great not to see chemtrails. Yeah, that's what I hear. Thank you, Lily. Okay, we got Wallace Cusinello says hi. Hi. Putty Cat, hey, I like your handle. You read that if you have a medical need, you may need to go to Thailand and it can be expensive. That's true. That's true. But there are a lot of good hospitals out here, believe it or not. Half of these hospitals, if I can even say it, are Japanese. So there's a lot of Japanese type hospitals, medical facilities in Cambodia. I haven't personally been to one because I haven't had a need to do that. I did go to an eye doctor out here, and the eye doctor actually, their home office is in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. So the doctor comes in from Kuala Lumpur and does, you know, eye exams and stuff like that. So, yeah, but you can get your stuff done out here. I personally have health insurance here in Cambodia, and it's very inexpensive. I only pay $480 a year, and that covers me for $100,000 worth of coverage, $500 deductible. It covers being airvac or airlifted out. You know what I'm talking about. Like let's say if something serious happened and a hospital here in Phnom Penh couldn't handle it, then my insurance policy would cover me going to Bangkok, into a hospital there, or into Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. And that would cover me on my policy. Now, you do have to get this policy before age 60. It's a French outfit that actually sells the policies out here. It's called Safety Net. And depending on your health history and your age, you got to be under 60, but depending on your health history is how your rates will be calculated, obviously. I mean, they do the same thing back in the United States. Now, if you have a pre-existing condition, you may not qualify for those type of rates. Or you might qualify, but you'll have to wait, like there's like a 2-year waiting period. You have to have the policy for 2 years before they would cover any of those expenses. But she told me that's how they keep the rates that cheap. So like somebody who's got, you know, cancer, and comes right in and buys a policy and then runs up $500,000 worth of treatment, then that cost is going to be spread out amongst all the policy holders, which means your rates will go up. It's sort of sad that, you know, if you're in that situation, you can't get the policy, but if you can get it while you're healthy, see, then you're grandfathered in, and then they can't deny you after that. So I've already had the policy for about a year now. I have another year to go. And then if anything else major happens, I'm already grandfathered in. And even though, you know, you go past age 60, as long as you get the policy while you're under 60, and then you keep it, you can keep it, I think, all the way up to age 90. I mean, they're not going to kick you off at a certain age. You can keep it all the way till 90. God help us if we all make it to 90, right? Back to your questions. Howdy from Kansas. Hey, Linda. Welcome in from Kansas. Welcome to Phnom Penh, my neighborhood. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, well, so I'm in Cambodia. And I see you're in Alaska. Alaska. Let's look this way while we look at your comments. Hey, Eric's from Michigan. Michigan in the house. Yeah, love from Michigan. Love from Cambodia to you. Luna Lazaria says hi. Manila Gorilla says hello again. Hi. Love your handle, dude. Yeah, this is Cambodia. This is the neighborhood. Yeah, Putty Cat, you're absolutely right. Oh shit, I'm gonna get myself dirty here, but yeah, there's no violent crimes, petty theft and scams. You just have to watch out for that stuff. But I mean, it's a safe place. Fengi's asking, how is traffic and the air quality there nowadays? Traffic's crazy, air quality is good. Right now is a good time to be coming to Cambodia. As you can see, there's no rain. It's dry. It's like in the 80s right now, and we have a slight breeze, although I'm not feeling it right now, but there was a slight breeze earlier. No, Putty, I don't have a vehicle. I use tuk-tuks. I get around on tuk-tuks. I use the Grab app. Linda wants to know, are the people Buddhist? Yeah, the majority of them are, but there are Christians out here. There are different faiths. Muslims and Christians are out here. No, Manila, there's no trouble because of the conflict. As you can see, it's business as usual. Everybody's calm. Peaceful, serene neighborhood. Peaceful, serene city. Good questions, guys. Let me go back, see if I missed anybody else. But yeah, just wanted to give you the view of the neighborhood. I'll tell you what, since I got you guys on the live stream, and since we're at my apartment, would you be interested in seeing the inside of my apartment? Give me a thumbs up if you'd be interested in that. I'll show you the other side of my my neighborhood here. Hold on just a second. Yes, Murra says yes. Okay, I got a vote for a yes. Anybody else? Sebastian's giving me a thumbs up. Cool. Okay. Are there a lot of gyms? Are there a lot of gyms, you know, places you can work out at? Yeah, Putty Cat, there's a lot of gyms out here, man. I mean, I can't even begin to name them. Let me know if the buffering stopped. Did the buffering stop? Let me know before we go through the apartment. Let me see if you guys are okay. So give me a thumbs up if the buffering stopped. Sometimes that happens. You're good? Okay. It stopped a bit. We're good now? I hope so. Okay, here we go. But yeah, as I wanted to demonstrate, you see how these windows are set up? Okay, cool. You open the windows, see with the latch, and there's bars, but there's no screens. But it's really, really comfortable. I better close that again. But yeah, look how tall these ceilings are, man. See, this is an old French-style building that was remodeled. And we got 2 more windows over here. I love this door. Of course, it's a little banged up. Oh, I'm lagging? Ah, man. I'm lagging? Am I lagging? Oh, shit. I was hoping that this would hold. Are we lagging? What's going on? I'm good. Okay. All right. Continue. I will continue. But I just want to show you, like, this is solid wood, man. Solid carved wood. Isn't that beautiful? Same thing here. That is just so beautiful. And hey, everything you're seeing in here, guys, came with the place. I didn't buy any of this, okay? I just moved in. I bought towels. Now, are we good now? Maybe I can't give you the tour. We might be having too much trouble. How we doing now, guys? I'm trying to see before we keep going through the apartment. I mean, if it's not going to work, it's not going to work. So I was hoping it would work, but it doesn't look like it's going to hold out. It's now good. So that's weird. Well, actually, Linda, I did make a video about my apartment. So if you go back on my playlist under, Phnom Penh, you'll see it. It says I scored this apartment for $350 a month. Well, now I pay $330, but I did make I made a video about that. You think I'm okay? Okay. All right, let's keep walking through. Let's hope we do. Okay, I've already showed this. Now, here's my living room, guys. It's one of my couches, more couch. It's all decorated. Check it out. Flat screen TV. Yeah. You caught me on a good day because I actually just cleaned my apartment today. My front door, of course. But yeah, this all came with the place. I mean, she had to buy me a fan. But here's my front. So this is my front door. As you can see, the rest of the porch. And this is how you get downstairs to go out. I don't know why there's no sound. Why can't you guys hear me? I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't know why there's no sound. There should be sound. Is everybody having problems with that? Okay, now so you can see the outlets. Press that on. Oh, you hear me? Okay, good. Some people are having trouble. Man, there's a lot of lights in this place. Before we go down into the kitchen, check out all these lights, bro. I'm gonna have to show you some of these lights. Okay, so we got these that come in, real super nice. And then there's like this one, and then I could do that. Well, that one's not working. Oh, my neighbors are great. They pretty much keep to themselves. Okay, now this is the kitchen. So now here's the other bathroom. I actually take a shower in this one, the sink. Here's my kitchen, there's a big table. You see the refrigerator, washing machine. And of course I cook with gas. I don't know how far I can go in here without this cutting out. That's my garbage bag. But yeah, that's gas. See? I love how it says here, life's wonderful. Yes, it is, baby. Yeah, and it's so easy to keep this place clean. You hear the echo? Hello? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Are we back? Let me know. Are we back? Let me know if we're back. I have to keep resetting the router. But yeah, this is it. This is home, baby. This is where I flop out on my couch. And that's it. And this is where I flop out at night. See my big old king-size bed? You know I wasn't joking about this king-size bed now, right? No way. But that's it. That's the apartment tour. It's pretty cool. All this for $330. All of this. Move-in ready. Turnkey ready, as they say. Turnkey ready, baby. Like I said, the only thing I had to bring besides my backpack was Well, everything, yeah, I had to buy a couple of towels. She didn't have towels. And trying to think of anything else I bought. Oh, and a broom. I bought a broom. I bought a broom. How difficult was that, right? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the apartment tour. I'm sorry that the Wi-Fi was going in and out, but like I said, her Wi-Fi is not the best out here. So it is what it is, but you know, you take the good with the bad. But to answer the question, somebody was asking about the neighbors pretty much do keep to themselves. If I'm going out, you know, taking out the trash and I see somebody, I'll say, you know, Suste, and I'll wave at them. Suste means hello, in case you don't know. Like this lady lives right across from me. She has two young boys, and I'll say Suste, and she'll wave back. But yeah, everybody stays to themselves unless like there's a big party going on. Like if it's a holiday, you know, you can hear them. They're all out in the streets sitting around and they're eating and drinking and having a good time. You know, they have their families over. Cambodians are very communal. They love, you know, getting together with their friends and their family. They're very communal. So, and yeah, it's a little, I'm so used to being by myself because I mean, I did that back in the United States, right? Like back in the States, I didn't even know who the hell my neighbors were. Nobody talks to anybody back in the United States. And if you do try to strike up a conversation, they probably think you're like trying to get something from them. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got my landlady lives right downstairs. So if I need anything, I can just message her on WhatsApp and she's like Johnny on the spot, man. Like I have no problem. Like if you saw my gas tank in the kitchen, it lasts me about 2 months, but I never know when it's going to run out. That's the bad part. Like I can be in the middle of cooking supper and it just runs out. I'm like, damn, you know? And I can just message her real quick and I'll be like, hey, my gas ran out. Can I get another tank delivered? And one time I had to have it delivered on one of their holidays, their national holidays. And I thought, oh man, I'm never going to get gas tonight. I'll have to probably wait. No, the guy lives like a block up the road from me who delivers the gas. She's got him on speed dial. He was in my apartment replacing my gas within 1 hour on a holiday at 7 o'clock at night. And I only pay it's like $14, and that includes his fee to come out here. So $7 a month. What are we talking about? $7 a month to cook. I usually cook twice a day, you know, or unless I don't know if I'm out, I go out and eat somewhere. But I usually just have breakfast and dinner here, and it lasts me. I love cooking with the gas too. I think it's way better than cooking with electricity. Back to your comments. No, I do have AC, Linda. The AC, you probably didn't see it, but let me look real quick. Or let me show you. See this? This is air conditioning. And here's the units back here. There's two of them. So I got an air conditioner unit in my bedroom, and I've got one in the living room. And I only run them, I don't run them, but at night, like after 6 o'clock, I'll run them at night. Yeah, there's no need to actually run them any other time. Where am I at? I'm on my balcony. This is my apartment. Welcome to my apartment. But this is my neighborhood in Phnom Penh, Matt. Yeah, the farmer's market is pretty chill, pretty chill. Pretty Cat wants to know, how is the water? Do you have to use bottled water to brush your teeth? No, 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 no. No, not at all. The water here in Phnom Penh is really, really good. Like, there's no chemicals in it. It has no smell. There's nothing floating in the glass when you get the water. It is safe to drink, and it's definitely safe to brush your teeth with. Now, if you want to buy bottled water, you can. There's no problem with that. I mean, like when I'm out and about, I buy bottled water, but when I'm home, I can just use the sink water. I've had no issues with it. Matt, we're in Cambodia. Hi, Alan. Yeah, Putty Cat. Fast food. I've seen KFC and Burger King and Pizza Hut out here, but there is no McDonald's. Let's see if we can zoom in a bit. No McDonald's. McDonald's did not have a farm out here. E-I-E-I-O. You see how everybody puts their trash outside? They pick it up. They got pigeons. They actually just put in pipes. They tore up this whole road and they put in pipes for the rainy season. So this is all, believe it or not, the center there looks new. That's where they repaved it. Do I plan on putting plants on my balcony? You know, I thought about it, Mura, but not really. I like my balcony just like clean and open, so I'm not really wanting to do that. Do I have a cleaning person? No, Lily, I clean. Do you like how pretty that is? I actually just cleaned before the live stream. I'm the cleaning person. I'm the maid. So yeah, no, I save money. I just clean myself. It only takes me like 1 hour to clean this whole apartment. It's not that bad. Thank you. I'm glad you all thought it was a nice place. I'm just so sorry that it kept going in and out. Aw. Let me go back to your comments. Matt wants to know, do I ever see some cool wildlife? Yeah, botanical plant life is wild. Wildlife? Not really in the city. I mean, I've seen some nice birds like land in my tree. This is my mango tree. But I mean, you see some like geckos and stuff like that, but that's about it. I mean, if you're going further out of the city, you probably would see some really good wildlife. Linda says, I aspire to your courageous adventures. Aw, thank you. BK wants to know, are people nice there? Yeah, they're very friendly, no problems at all. Flight cost, Matt, that depends on where you're flying from. Can't really answer that. In fact, I'm looking for a flight back to the US later this year and to get back to Orlando to see my kids. And we're looking at about, the cheapest I can find is about $1,000 round trip. Is the grocery store nearby? Yes, it is. People are starting to come through. Yeah, the grocery store is only like a mile up the road from me, or you can go to the market. You can just walk through this neighborhood, and about 2 blocks up the road is the market. Yeah, the birds are nice here, Linda. I get a few, like you can hear the pigeon right now. There's pigeons all over this place. I'm sure you saw them down there. See all the pigeons? We got all kinds of birds out here. Hector, I am in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. I'm in my neighborhood. This is my balcony, and you're seeing my hood. How much is rent a month? BK asks. Well, depending on where you want to live, like my rent's only $330. You saw, I mean, if you guys were on the live stream, you saw how big my apartment is and everything in it. It's only $330 a month. In fact, my rent's actually due this Thursday. I pay around the 22nd of each month because that's when I sign my lease. But yeah, but like if you want to live closer into riverfront and let's say the Russian market, you could probably still land some places for about $330. If you want AC and you want a nice pad like this, you're gonna pay anywhere from $350 to and up, you know? I mean, like if you want to go super posh or you want more rooms and you're looking at $600-700 range, even higher, you know? I've seen some apartments out here, like super badass condos, and we're talking $1,200 a month, you know, but still relatively cheap compared to the US. And we're talking like Kim Kardashian apartments for $1,200 a month. So if you think of it on that scale, that's a pretty good deal. But I don't need anything more than what I have. I don't need a pool. I don't need a gym. Like, this is a private owned apartment building. In fact, the lady has an apartment for rent right above me, guys. Just saying. Same price. Actually, no, she's only renting that one out for $300 a month. And the reason it's cheaper, it has a balcony in the middle, but it's set up sort of weird. Like, there's a bedroom on the left like this, but there's no living room. It's all, it's covered by tin roof and it's open, but that's it. And then the kitchen is on, it's like a split plan, and the kitchen's on the right. So the only place you can run your air conditioner is actually in your bedroom. So there's no living room and the kitchen's open air. And then there's a big giant bathroom and a closet, and she wants $300 a month for that. It doesn't look anything like my place, guys. There's no furniture in there. There's just a bed and a couple of, like, what do you call, bar stools, because the way she did the open space up there, she put like flat wooden, you know what I mean, like building out a table or something along the balcony where you can sit and eat and drink, and then she put some bar stools out there. But I mean, if you're never home, let's say you're a teacher, right? You're single, you're a teacher, you're a guy, and you're just out all the time, then that's the pad for you. You know, you just want to come home and take a shower and flop in the bed. $300 a month would be a deal, you know? So, yeah, I just say she's got an apartment for rent. Elevator and his utilities included. There's no elevator at my place, so I have to walk up the stairs, and I pay for my electric and water separate. Lisa is from Amsterdam. Well, welcome in. You're the first one I've ever had from Amsterdam. That is pretty cool. Thank you. Welcome in. God's watching. Yeah, it's 2:47 in the morning. Man, you're up late. You pay for a room $800 a month. Wow. Manila, there are many expats in my area. Not that many in this area. This is a very traditional neighborhood away from all the expats and tourist area. And as you can see, it's just very peaceful and quiet. It's very nice. Yeah, it is colorful here. You love birds. How are the mangoes? Oh, the mangoes are just fantastic, girlfriend. Let me tell you what, they're so sweet here. This is my mango tree, but it's not producing any mangoes. It's supposed to be mango season, so I don't know what's up. But last year when I got here, this tree was full of mangoes, and my landlady had bags and bags and bags of free mangoes. It was just fabulous. Have I learned any Cambodian? I know a few words, that's it. I can get by with English out here. Oh, wow, Clayton's tuning in from Honolulu, Hawaii, and asking if he could make it on $1,071 a month. You absolutely can. You absolutely can. I mean, I'm living on a pension of $800 a month. So if I can do it, you can do it. The answer is yes. Yes. And it depends on you. Like, now, I don't go to bars, and I don't smoke cigarettes, so I don't spend money on alcohol and booze and everything. I'd rather put my money into good quality food and coffee and teas and everything out here. But if I can do it and still save money, you can do it too. Absolutely. Okay, wow. I got a lot of comments coming in. Hold on, guys. Hold on. So Murra says he rents a room for $51 a month, and he pays his electric and water bill. That is super dog cheap, man. You got the Cambodian special. That's great. Tracy Witt says hello. Hi, Tracy. Linda's been buying dried mangoes, $8 for 8 ounces. Man, that's expensive. Manila, they got both kinds. The mangoes off of this tree that you're seeing over here, this one is, I think they're the green ones. You know what I mean? The ones that are like the apple, right? And I prefer them because they don't get so mushy, but they're still on the sweet side. But they do have the yellow and they have the red ones. Although I haven't eaten the red ones that much, but the yellow ones, very sweet, very tasty. You can pick up a giant mango, guys, if you're not living here already, like a big, big yellow mango at the grocery store. Now, I don't know about the markets, I know they're cheaper, but at the grocery store, 55 cents for a mango, you know. The green ones are even cheaper. Like you can get a 2-pack of green mangoes. I think I spend like 70 cents for 2 mangoes, the green ones. That's how I save money. And then of course, if I'm out and about and I see a nice little lady with her little cart and everything, and she's selling some fruit out there, I'll buy some fruit from her, like pink guavas are really good. That kind of stuff I'll pick up, or they already have the fruits chopped up in a bag and you can buy them really super cheap right off the stands. Those are really good. If you're into fruit, guys, if you're into fruit. Damn, a mango cost you $2.50? That sounds crazy. What is this bird up to? That sounds insane. Yeah, Amazon's not a thing out here. You're absolutely right, Matt. It's not a thing out here. Yeah, Clayton, if you don't drink or smoke, man, come on down, bro. I think you'll be fine. Even if you did drink beer and smoke, I hear it's very cheap. Like you can buy a draft beer for as low as 50 cents, and you can get cigarettes, I think, for $1 a pack. It's super cheap, but I mean, still, that's where people get in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, if you know you can get a beer for 50 cents, are you just gonna drink one? You're probably not. No shade to people who drink beer, but I'm just saying, I see a lot of expats get in that trap. They're down at the bar every single day and they're drinking a 6-pack or they're drinking a 12-pack, and then the next thing you know, not that their pocketbook's getting a little light, but their guts are getting a little bit big, and then they're just drinking every day, and it's like they don't do anything but sit at the bar and drink all day. I mean, if that's your thing, go for it, but I don't know. I personally would rather be sober and spend my money on other types of good quality foods. Like there's some nice restaurants out here, okay? Like you can go to a 5-star restaurant out here and maybe just spend $50 on a meal. And I'm talking everything, the appetizer, the main course, the dessert, and a drink for like 50 to maybe $75 a meal. You get it all out here. White glove service. In fact, for my birthday, I'm gonna go to one of those bad boys. I usually don't go to a very expensive restaurant, but I've saved up some cash. But I think I have a subscriber who wants to tag along and said that he would actually pay for my birthday dinner, but we'll see. But if not, I've got the cash. I'm gonna go treat myself to a 3-course meal. It's a place called Cuts. It's a steak place, but you can also get seafood. And I think the 3-course meal comes to about $40. And it's on the 38th floor in this giant, beautiful, modern Vatinak building that overlooks the river. So you get these killer views of the city. And I'm telling you, like I said, white glove service, fancy shit. You know what I mean? Like candlelight, white tablecloths and napkins. The waitress is like just at your beck and call, like having a butler. Like, it's crazy what you can get for the money out here. Back in the States, do you know how much that kind of service would cost me? Let me tell you, I've never eaten at a 5-star restaurant in America. I could never afford it. The closest I got to something like that would be, I don't even know, just some little cafe that was in my local neighborhood in Winter Haven, Florida. And I think I spent, and this was like 10 years ago, I think I spent $50 for just one little teeny meal. That was the closest I ever got to something white glove service. But yeah, that's how good it can be, guys. That's how good it can be. Am I going to show you the day? I'm going to film. I am going to film the restaurant when I go there. I'm not going to do a live stream because it's my birthday and I just want to relax and chill. But I will film parts of it and I'll show you the meal and everything. And I'll put it in a video for you guys. So no worries on that. Yeah, Clayton, I mean, my best advice is just to come out here and just explore. But if you do need service, here, let me just go ahead and tell you, if you're not familiar with what I do, I also help people relocate to Phnom Penh. I have a website, nextstepunknown.me. You can check out my services tab, and if you need any help, either before you get here or while you're here, that's where I come in. So I know I work with realtors out here. I work with visa agents. I can, possibly line you up with some health insurance. It all depends on you, obviously, if you can qualify. But I can at least lead you in those. I can hold your hand and I can lead you to these people that will save you so much time and energy when you get here, so that you're not just like here and you're like, I don't know anybody. I don't know where anything's at. Like, if you just want to cut through all the bullshit and all the red tape, then I'm your gal. So I'm just saying. So if you're interested in it, if anybody on this live stream is interested in that, again, it's nextstepunknown.me. Check out my services tab. And by the way, I'm actually running a 50% off special on my services because I charge by the hour. Because it's just me, guys, all right? Like, I don't have a crew of people with me. So I charge by the hour, but you can get 50% off till the end of January. And after that, it goes back up to full price. So just thought I'd throw that out to you. Okay, Putty Cat says, I read that the internet is regulated by the government and censorship is common. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm able to watch anything I want on my laptop, but then again, I have a VPN, so I can switch out of Cambodia and like just pretend I'm in the United States, and that's it. What hood am I in? I'm in my neighborhood. See? I'm in the hood of Phnom Penh. We're 30 minutes west of Riverfront, and this is one of many of the traditional neighborhoods that are out here. Oh, Clayton. Oh, thank you. You said happy birthday in Hawaiian. Thank you. Yeah, the website is nextstepunknown.me. Now, if you aren't writing it down, like after the live stream ends, I'll have it in the video description. So you'll see it after the live stream ends. You can always jump back to this video and you'll see all my information down there. Mike and Venus, hey, there's a great barbecue and ribs place here in Tanza, Quebec called Rib Syrup. Man, that sounds great. That sounds pretty awesome. Karen and Pelisa says hi. I hope I said your handle right. Matt wants to know, do I have a license or car? No, I don't, Matt. I just use tuk-tuks to get around. No license. Yeah, I'll do my best, Lily. You know, I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. Oh, you can ask Matt. I see your question, Matt Bolster. You said you hate to ask, but what's the people's impression of the USA over there? Um, my battery's going down, but we'll answer a few more questions. They're cool with the USA. I haven't had any like animosity against me. Like if I go into a restaurant or I'm just talking to people on the street, they say, "Where are you from?" And I'll just say, "I'm from America." And they're like, "Cool," you know, or whatever they say. They don't say cool, but they're like, "Oh, yes, I like America." So I haven't seen like, you know how you get a feeling when you walk in a room and like maybe people are just staring at you. I mean, they stare at you. Okay, don't get me wrong. If you're different looking, they stare at everybody because they obviously know you're not from this country, right? So obviously I don't look Cambodian, okay? So they're going to be curious, but they look at you in a friendly way. Like they're not looking at you in a judgmental way. It's hard to explain unless you actually experience it. But, but yeah, they're very friendly. They smile. The ones that do know some English, they'll speak English. And I don't really get too many people that say, "Hey, where are you from?" Once in a blue moon, my tuk-tuk drivers, if they speak English, they'll say, "Where are you from?" And they'll just strike a conversation with you. But most of the time, nobody even asks me. I've been here a year and I've only been asked where I'm from, maybe counting 5 times on my hand. It's not like when you're like traveling, like when I was backpacking. I don't know if you guys have seen any of my stuff, but I have a lot of other videos. I was a backpacker, a solo backpacker, before I settled down here in Cambodia, and I did that for 2 years. I hit the road in 2023. I quit my job. I backpacked all through Southeast Asia. I did parts of Eastern Europe and some of Central and West Europe, and then I came back out to the United States, and then that's when I decided to come and settle here in Phnom Penh after the backpacking. But I've noticed that like in other countries, like when I was in Malaysia, when I was in Thailand, Indonesia, they always asked me where I was from. And here's the bad thing. Every time I said I was American, not that they would be hating on me, but they were thinking, "Oh, she got money." You know what I mean? The minute you say America, they think that you're rich. You can be, and I ain't rich, not by a long shot. Like it took me years to save up money to go backpacking. And I ain't no damn millionaire, okay? I'm living off $800 a month. But to them, you look rich. And especially if you're American, you are considered rich. And that's where the scams start kicking in. So my personal tip to anybody who's going to start to travel out there, Cambodia, I haven't seen that problem out here, but any other place, just lie from where you're from. I mean, unless they actually need to see your passport, you can't get away with it, obviously. But if you're in a tuk-tuk and you're just like cruising around and they're trying to like, or a grab ride or, whatever, an Uber, and they're just trying to strike up a conversation with you and they ask you where you're from, lie. I learned that the hard way. No shade against Canada, okay? If you're Canadian in here, no shade. But I used to say that I was Canadian, okay? Because they, "Oh, where are you from?" And I learned about not saying American. I would say I was from Canada. And they would go, "Oh, Canada." Just like that. And then that's it. And then it's like they wouldn't even talk to me after that. But the minute I said I was from America, then, "Oh, are you married? Why is there not a husband with you?" Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It's like, let's just stop that. I'm Canadian. From now on, I'm Canadian. I know that's bad, isn't it? But yeah, that's my little travel tip from me to you guys. Okay, back to your questions. We're going to have to wrap this up soon. Oops. Because my thing is going down. Oh, thank you, Play Nice folks. I appreciate that. You said you're the first normal, calm person. I think I'm a little jacked up on caffeine right now, but hey, thanks for the comments. Yeah, you're welcome. That's just my little tip from media. Hey, speaking of tuk-tuks, here's one right now. There he goes. That's the rides I catch, guys, right there, man. All the way, 30-minute ride is like $3. Super, super chill. Yeah, people are starting to come back now from work and school. So yeah, it's starting to get busy. Okay, are we done? Give me a thumbs up if you got me back because we're buffering. It looks like the live stream is going to go out soon. Aw, you're welcome. Oh, we're back? Okay, cool. I see thumbs up coming now. Cool. Cool. I know you're like, oh my God. I see her crazy face again. Oh, oh, oh. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, he's selling eggs. He's selling eggs. Yeah, that tower, you would think I would get better reception, but I'm not. And they actually worked on that thing not long ago. I saw 2 guys up there working on it. How much are eggs? Oh my God, so cheap, so cheap. Now they don't sell them by the dozen. They're a 10-pack. All the eggs out here are sold in a 10-pack. You can go as low as $1.30 a pack. Gone again. Is the buffering over? Back on. Okay. Hi. Hey. Hi. Yeah, if we're having this much trouble, we might have to cut it. I've been on here for about an hour and a half, but we'll go a little bit longer because my phone's losing power too. Patching the fans. Okay, let me see if we got any other questions, and we're gonna wrap this up. But yeah, I was saying, Timmy, 14, yeah, hope you enjoy your time in Vietnam. Oh, Matt Bolster, you're welcome. I hope I answered your questions the best I could. But yeah, that's good. That's good. Matt, oh, you want to know what time it is? Appreciate it. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Well, let's see. I started this live stream at 2:30. This is Monday afternoon, Cambodia. So it's probably 4 o'clock. That's why you're seeing more motorbikes and more people are starting to come home. It's about 4 in the afternoon right now. So yeah. Anyway, again, if you need any help moving to Cambodia and you want that, turnkey service where you don't have to mess with working with multiple people, I can be your contact on the ground. I can help you out. Check out my website, nextstepunknown.me. If you can't write it down right now, after the live stream, just click back and look in the description and you'll see my website information. Right now I'm running a 50% off special. I charge by the hour. I can either work with you virtually, through Zoom, we can get some things done for you, or I can work with you live in person when you get here to help you find an apartment, get your visa, get your health insurance, whatever else, okay? So that's what I do. I'm an expat. I've been here for a year. I'm originally from Orlando, Florida, if you guys are just tuning in. And I do these live streams every Monday and Friday. So I hope you enjoyed our time here in my neighborhood. Yes, in the hood, baby, in the hood. But thank you so much for the stickers and all the goody stuff. And thank you for the kind words. And by all means, thank you for the respect on the live stream. I know we can get a little funny people in the live stream, but the majority of you are very mature and respectful, and I appreciate that. Okay. All right, guys. Oh, and one more thing before I end it. If you want to write me, you can do that for free. check me out at my actual email, Tami, Tami, at nextstepunknown.com. Ask me any of your questions. I'd be happy to answer them and help you out. And if you happen to swing through Phnom Penh and you want to meet me, I want to meet you. Let's do lunch, okay? All right, I'll catch you guys later. Ciao. Have a good Monday.